my god.
Who's Terry?
I haven't heard that name in like 5
God, he
years.
shows it to Merce every time he goes first and just ruins the entire.
What, Bill?
Oh, the dude in the green shirt. Oh, you
No,
weren't-
the dude with the hat.
Has it
and the
started
long
yet?
hair sticking out.
Yeah.
Oh my
There's, like,
god.
my
All right, you
he's
guys, we're
got
talking
black
shit
eye.
already. It
Guys-
started
It's the Small Boys
talking
podcast.
shit on
It's the-
Lawrence comedians who haven't
You're
done
not gonna find
comedy
this.
outside of a Saturday night in 10 years.
It's the Small Boys podcast. It's the straightest podcast in Kansas City. We're killing it, being straight. We have 4 people here this time. We have Curtis Brackdale.
Junior.
That's how you
That's what I
pronounce
call him. And then Pat McCarthy. He's Irish, and I've met his sister, regrettably.
That's cool.
And Aaron Naylor. I've not met any of his family members.
He
Perfect.
wants it
it. I
that way.
promise she regrets
Be
it
weird
more
if you
than
did.
do.
She will learn to.
Does your sister suck? She bad?
No.
Oh.
She sucks.
It
Yeah.
was just a weird.
Why was it
How
weird?
old's your sister? She Bill's age?
She's like 22.
Oh.
No, my age.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but that's
She
my.
does suck. Yeah.
Everybody closer to her age is like, all right, I get to fuck her now. Cool. Great. Fuck you, Bill.
Actually, I'm so glad that
Curtis is
you
gonna
left
fuck
the
her.
show early because my dad was there, and
Oh, that's right.
and I
Your
would
parents.
have. I've like been like, oh yeah, he's gonna be like, is this the crazy guy? And I'm like, yeah.
How'd your so you did Don't Tell last night. How did your parents think you did?
Oh, my mom didn't come, but my
Oh, okay.
she's like fine with me doing comedy, but
Sure.
she just doesn't want to hear it. She's like happy to support me, but she's like, I'm not gonna go to a show.
Really?
Yeah,
Have you done your bits in front of her?
yeah. Well, it's like, I mean, me
Does
and
she
Mom talk
know
about
that?
anything, but
like
she,
what? I have not paid any attention to your stand up. So what? That's not like a
that's
diss on
fine.
you. I just have better things.
I
to
have
do.
like sexual things in there that I
Okay.
don't. I mean, like,
that your dad.
she
thinks are
understands-
dope,
she
and
understands.
Your mom's like, nah, I'm good.
yeah, my dad doesn't care. He'll
You
like,
took
Yeah.
the most tea of all time on your shirt.
yeah.
That was a good reason to interrupt the thing. So talk about what you were saying again. Your dad's cool with you
Oh,
slinging
my dad
cock.
doesn't care. He's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. In my family, we all just like make fun of each other all day. So they're used to me like talking shit. We're
Yeah.
gonna like some of my material. Like my mom, she's like she thinks I'm funny. She's like
Mhm.
supports me. She doesn't want to hear me say the things I
Sure.
say. So she's like happy I go. But my dad went. He had a good time. It was a good fun show.
That's
That.
good.
Wait.
Cool.
I mean, do you even say really offensive stuff?
I
like-
talk about like eating pussy in a joke. My mom doesn't want to hear me like
Yeah.
you know.
Well, like, I don't know. The stuff I do is like intentionally disgusting.
I mean, it's weird because like things that are personal, she doesn't want me to say. But I've made like 9/11 jokes to my mom, and she won't care. Like she doesn't care me saying dark things. She doesn't want to hear things that are like personal stories, even though they might be lies.
Something about 9/11.
sounds like a
Why
cool
did she?
mom.
Is she the one that got away with it?
yeah.
Nobody
No, she
found?
told me. Well, I'm actually from New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she was like,
Albany.
yeah, every day I used to
Forgot that.
I used to be on a train that would go beneath the towers like every day, and she's like,
well, they didn't bomb that fucker.
yeah,
They
she
did
was
the
actually in
top.
Tower 7, so she would have.
Oh,
no, I'm just- no,
really?
I'm just kidding. No, I don't.
Yeah, she's the one that blew it up.
Yeah. No, but we got out of there before
Good.
2001. So.
I didn't know we
Congrats.
had a real New York comedian. and
Yeah,
I would have
that's-
rolled out the red carpet.
Yeah, no, let's not put that to my name.
Hey, what's David Tell like?
Yeah, that's actually my uncle. Yeah,
Yeah?
he's pretty cool.
You
Yeah,
can see the resemblance.
yeah,
What is-
he's a bit of a bad. He doesn't show up to any. I'm like, can you come to my bar mitzvah? He's like, no, I've got a spot. So
Yeah.
he's just
He's on the Puerto Rican side of your family, right?
yeah. No, I'm pretty sure he's Jewish, but
Yeah.
yeah, no.
What do you think? There's like any value? And I like doing this thing in person. Do you think there's any
Yeah.
value? I don't know. I feel like talking over like FaceTime or Zoom is weird, or is that just me?
Well, yeah, it's objectively strange and different because
So-
it's not a normal way to do social things.
Are you just talking about specifically podcasting or just conversations?
I guess podcasting.
Well, because I've had conversations with you, and it's like in person when I talk to you, I can tell you're not listening. But when I talk to you over the phone, I can't I can't see you not listening to me.
You
Like,
can't
it's
hear
better
me
to
not
know.
listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always listening. I'm always paying attention. I got like a third eye,
Yeah, that's what we're
Third
all
eye,
thinking.
eyes aren't ears.
dude. But like, I got like multiple brains. I think that's why it's like so
Like
confusing.
a cow's stomach.
Because I have like
no
the
dicks.
combined IQ of 3 people,
Yeah.
and like
3 really dumb people. 3 people with 20 IQ.
Yeah,
just
3
added
babies.
together.
I think that's a good way to. I've like the combined IQ.
You're
people.
3 babies in a trench coat.
Yeah.
You're so fucking smart.
It also makes you real approachable, and you're like, I have the mental IQ of 3 people combined. You're like, I don't know how I'm going to be able to keep up with this guy. I don't know.
Dude, it's like, how do I keep doing it? How do I keep macking on all these hoes, making so many friends, and know how to play pool? Those are my 3 valuable traits.
Those are the 3 people, just home hackers, pool players, and friend makers.
Yeah. I'm good at talking.
Mhm.
I'm good at making
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
I'm good at macking. You know what I'm saying?
He says he's good at talking, but he'll say something, and instantly you can see the regret on his face. It's just like,
Yeah, well, he said it,
yeah, true.
so that's
Yeah.
good.
I fed cereal to a 27-year-old bartender yesterday.
Wow, you are good at talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
27.
27.
27?
New number.
What's
Yeah.
the context of this? Why were you feeding them cereal? Could they not feed it to themselves, or you?
I don't know. I
you
think it's
offered?
just like
She wanted a bite.
I don't know. I think it's just like like how the devil has like a certain amount, like he seduces people.
Yeah.
I'm the devil. I'm good looking. You guys familiar with the?
This man watched.
My favorite trope about the devil is that he's hot.
Yeah.
I think that's really funny that like people are so easily drawn to somebody who's clear, like just hot, no matter what. Like, are you the devil, Pat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how Bill watches one season of Lucifer and talks to one woman. And he's like, "I'm the devil now."
I honestly wouldn't be shocked if I got to hell and it was just Bill.
Yeah. Yeah, heaven and hell is just me.
'Cause you guys are definitely dying together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jerking each other off and then having a heart attack at the
Dude,
same time.
It's cool. Pat is my like good looking friend. That's how I know him.
All right. Cool.
You're token.
Curtis?
This is another one of Bill's visual gags on an audio podcast. That's-
Yeah,
do
the
you mean?
visual gag is he's got a boner right now.
yeah, exactly.
Drink my fucking drink.
What's that?
I just
What's that great Dennis Cheney joke where he's like,
Give
talking,
me.
when it's like
Put it on
a
the
shitty
floor.
crowd, and he's like, "You guys, this is actually you're in hell. You guys all died in a gas leak about an hour." That kills me every single time he
The
says
gas
that.
leak joke's good.
Yeah, it's funny.
dude, I'm thinking that I put in like a straw backwards the other day on a cup. Like people didn't think you could do it from the inside out, but I did it. And like people at my restaurant job, they're just like,
Holy shit.
"What is this?"
They were
guy?"
like, "Holy shit, this dude has the brain power of 3 people."
I like
put in a straw bag.
I like had a hard time like mixing the chocolate milk order. Like I've never done that before.
Putting syrup in milk?
Yeah, like I didn't know the proper like syrup to milk ratio.
Oh.
I didn't want it to be too
You
sweet.
guys make... You don't just have pre-made chocolate
Yeah,
milk
we
that you
make
buy?
it. We have milk and Hershey's syrup.
Like, that was actually one of the specials. I want to see Bill trying to upsell somebody on chalky milk at their Red Door Grill.
Yeah, you make it at the table.
Yeah, we it's
You bring
It comes
out
on a cart.
the bottle and the milk.
Shaken or stirred.
it's homebrew chocolate milk. We actually make it in house.
Home brew. Do you
Bring out the
brew
cow.
milk? I thought you.
Yeah, I
harvested
consider that
from a-
brewing.
Gotta
Something like
pasteurize
fermented
it.
milk.
Yeah.
You brew it. You brew it.
pasteurize it.
Yeah.
I've been really,
Just grass-fed milk.
I feel like
It's great.
I feel like I've hit the point in my life where I'm no longer a boy. I'm a man. I know drink orders. I can milk chocolate milk, and I can talk up ladies of all ages. People think
I
I'm
hope
like,
not.
Yeah.
Specifically below 17.
Weird you know all ages.
Probably get a range at some point.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, that girl at Target was cute. She's probably underage.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to have on record.
Yeah, we had a stenographer type it up for us, so the courts have it.
I would want to see a courtroom sketch of Bill on the stand. Just
I feel like I have a
He gets
reasonable,
canalized.
Screaming for no reason.
I feel like I have a reasonable attraction to women in their late teens.
Well, you are
Considering
also in
you're
your late
a boy in
teens.
your late
Yeah,
teens.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm not like, but women who haven't
fine.
graduated high school, I don't see them. They're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I
also,
mean, they still exist in the wild.
They're
It's
gone.
not like they just stay at the high school
I don't see
during
them.
nighttime.
They're
hours.
perpetually
Also-
in high school.
Yeah.
Pre 9/11 pussy. That's it.
He's
I
just
don't
running
want that.
bits by you guys. Just to let
Oh,
know.
you mean like like they were born before 2001.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, how dare they?
Well, the weird thing about that, it's like Shane has that joke where he's like talking about he doesn't like to date to his astrological sign because he doesn't want to divide his chances by 12. I like how if you take all of the people born after 2001 that you could date, 80% of them are illegal. So you're really like narrowing yourself down.
Yeah, man. I don't need like I don't know. I feel like I'm in a league of my own. I honest to God think that. I think that the reason why
He's only in a league of 3
You're a
brained
real
individuals.
But, like,
You're a real Rosie O'Donnell, you fucking freak.
I honest to God think that like some of these girls I'm talking to, they just need to catch up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's their fault.
Dude, I met this girl at Lawrence, and she like brought me out drinking to the other bars, and then I didn't
She's a
realize.
felon.
And then like a month later, I didn't realize that she had like a cut in her eyebrow. So it was just weird. The last time I saw her, she
Think
already had
emulated
it.
you, or she had it before.
I copied her.
Oh,
It's kind of weird, right?
You're like, I want to emulate somebody who takes minors out drinking. That's like my kind of, and then it's kind of like the eyebrow thing. I forgot about it until you just started like fingering it as you talked about it in the story.
it's like new skin.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, women like it.
Do they?
Women.
Where are they?
How was
right now,
did the
Bill?
chick last night? Was she like, hey, I like your eyebrow slit. Like that's pretty. That's hot.
That's pretty.
She didn't think it consciously, but she thought it like subconsciously.
Gotcha.
Like this dude is cool. Like he has a patch
And
on his jeans.
And you read her mind with your third brain, right? That's
Yeah.
That's how you knew that she thought
my
that?
third brain, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? 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 Also making jokes about people's sisters and their moms and their brothers and all that stuff.
Okay.
You know, like
You can just say family.
I mean, but
It's got
like
a word count to fill.
guys, we're doing a
Paid by the
podcast
word.
here.
It really feels.
yeah, we are.
Man, this is podcast.
Huh? Who'd have thunk?
This is I only do high energy podcasting, so
Yeah.
so what's about these midterms coming up? So I've been thinking about voting.
Sorry, Bill.
Welcome back to the Axios
Sorry.
Power Hour.
Sorry, you said you're low energy. That's good thing. This week's sponsor is Yo Kratom.
Yo,
Yeah,
Kratom.
all of your Kratom
Our
needs.
Kratom.
Hey, yo,
Yeah.
Check out
Kratom.
Reddit. Check out Reddit. There's this girl who's like,
Get Reddit. That's
This
the
week's
best.
this week's sponsor is Reddit.
That's this week's podcast
Small up
recommendation.
and coming website coined the front page of the internet. You're gonna love it. It's got a bunch of pseudo racist shit and also cats who are all racist too. It's weird. They hate Jews,
it is
and
weird.
so
like,
do you.
I wonder if
Reddit.
animals are racist. I wonder if it's like you line up like different races of people and there would be like a percentage difference between who they target.
They're
They
so
don't-
the Germans, when they had like German shepherds and shit, when the Nazi regime was in full control, they trained dogs to like sniff Jewish people, like for them. So now there are dogs that are just inherently racist,
That's really
which
interesting.
is pretty cool.
That is.
but also like impossibly stupid and
they
horrifying.
They like respond better to like German commands too,
Yeah.
don't they?
Yeah,
Is
That's
there
wild.
is there a bit about that?
Like
do
I don't have one, but
you
I'm
think
sure
there's
there
a good
is.
bit about it?
You should write one. You're good at observation.
Every bit about history has been done.
True. Is that?
But it's also all doomed to repeat itself.
Yeah, so do it. Who cares?
Yeah.
Have you guys?
So it's topical when you really think about it.
History's topical.
Racism is topical.
Yeah, never ending.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank God. What would we do
You
without
know,
racism?
I was thinking about like
God's the most racist one of them all.
I was wondering what like women would have to do like without like modern abortions and condoms and all that. And apparently, I read this. They just have the child and leave it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
turns
it's
out
happened.
back in the day, women were just having children.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And they would just let them die. And honestly, like I don't feel that bad about it. And you know,
It just be tripping.
no, we like I feel like we kill. This is, you guys. Does this make sense to any of you?
Well, like before the industry, weren't women having like families would have children as like they need
No.
they need them to like work and stuff. It
no,
wasn't
no,
just
no,
like, oh, we'll just have one.
Like prostitutes, they
Oh,
just have
okay.
the child and then just leave them out in the wilderness.
I forgot. You
That's what
confuse
fire
all women
stations
with
are for.
prostitutes. You see all women as prostitutes, so you can just say, "Oh yeah, women have."
Women-
but you're actually talking about prostitutes.
Women aren't prostitutes. I feel like that's like a big thing that people have like a hard time dealing with.
What are you talking about?
What?
Women
You
are
say women are prostitutes?
women are
Some of them
prostitutes.
are. I mean,
Women aren't prostitutes.
Aren't?
Yeah, aren't. Why would you think
Because it sounded like you said women are prostitutes.
You gotta enunciate that T.
women aren't prostitutes? And like the cool thing about women is that like they're real people and like they have their own like thoughts and dreams. Like
but not as much as you, because you have the thoughts of 3 people.
Because you're an alpha male.
yeah, I'm actually
Alpha males.
Alpha 3 brains.
I'm
You're a
actually
whole wolf pack.
Yeah.
alpha, beta, and sigma male. Those are the 3.
You know what's funny about that is that the guy who studied like alpha wolves, like the pack leader or whatever, he had that whole thing that they follow the alpha male or whatever, and ever since then he's been trying to debunk it because he learned that 1, this was a wolf pack that was raised in captivity, and 2, they were just a family that followed each other all over the place. So there was like no such thing as an actual alpha male.
I heard that.
It's just all made up
He
bullshit.
spent like the last few
His
decades,
entire
like,
life
trying
after
to
that trying
be
to
like-
get people to shut the fuck up about this
Yeah.
pseudoscience
Yeah.
that
Isn't
he
that
accidentally came
exist
up
in other
with.
species, like lions and stuff? Isn't there like? I mean, I don't know. I'm not some animal
See-
expert, but
I think that's a cartoon you saw in the 90s.
yeah,
Yeah, James Earl Jones' voice. is-
the Lion King. Yeah, that's
What are you pointing
Yeah,
at?
that's the one.
yeah. I just got that.
The thing is, but that still works in my schema of how like I deal with women, the alpha wolf thing.
I think that women don't like you because you say that you deal with them instead of,
I have a scheme.
yeah,
so-
your schemes and your dealing.
So what I do, so best like
Process of
best
you and
case
women.
scenario, like every woman will see me as their dad. And I feel like then I'll be the alpha male. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't like I don't
You do come off as fatherly.
I don't disrespect women. I don't have sex with them, and I don't objectify them.
Has a woman ever seen your stand up
Yeah, actually,
Wow.
I met a girl at an open mic.
against her will?
Just
The ballerina.
The
I've talked
ballerina,
about it
okay.
before.
Oh,
She
yeah.
fell in love at first joke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
that
then
was a
she-
whirlwind 4
what's
minutes.
the deal with pussy? That was the real nail in the coffin.
Then I nailed her to the wall.
Yeah.
My best joke.
Naylor.
That sucks.
Nailed her to
That's
a
a
wall.
bummer.
And then she had a girlfriend from gay ballerina camp that I didn't know about. So
Oh yeah.
Is that how they title it? Is that how they market the ballerina camp? It's like it is gay ballerina camp.
I mean,
I think
it's
it's implied.
it's in the same way like
It's
Boy
gay
Scouts.
conversion ballerina
If
camp,
it's
you think?
if it's a camp that's full of one gender, it's probably pretty gay.
yeah.
No.
And, I mean,
Because-
you think it's
Boy Scouts.
do you think guys
Yeah.
who do ballerina are mostly gay or?
Well, I would never say such a thing about a men of the arts.
You can like dancing and not be gay.
Yeah.
Ty dances like a motherfucker. I guess he's bi, but whatever.
So I was talking to I have multiple like women friends.
Everything you say is a brag that isn't good.
Do you use your schema on them, or is it strictly?
Yeah, I
So
have
she
multiple
was-
lesbians who are friends with me that actually want to fuck me. That's no big deal.
Like how so you said earlier, like I want women to see me as their father, and you're like, I'm also only interested in people under the age of 19.
Yeah.
So that like the father like pervert, like stereotype, you're really just trying to like
I'm-
play hard into that.
I'm the father that like
Father the son.
had it at like 13 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're the cool dad.
Yeah.
I'm like the cool uncle, but also the dad. So what was I talking about? I was talking to women, right?
Also, I've never seen a dad with an eyebrow slit, so that you're kind of like you're throwing me off.
Jason Momoa.
Is he a dad? I forgot. You remind me of Jason.
You had Jason Momoa on deck.
You're like, I want them to see me as a father and Aquaman at the same time. Just
There's plenty of men. You just you don't operate in the circles that I do.
yeah, clearly not.
So,
Clearly.
Dude, I want to talk about this. I was laying down the Mac last night. All right, I was like asking her about what she does.
Wow.
I was like, "Oh, what are you interested in?"
Groundbreaking.
was
Let me write this down. Don't go too fast.
I was like, "I do comedy." She's like, "What?" You know what I mean?
She's like,
gets-
oh, that's funny. That's my Ubrats.
She got all wide eyed. She's like, "Oh, that's so cool."
I got the exact opposite reaction recently.
Really?
Girl, yeah.
Well, Pat, I mean,
That's
it
the honorable
helps.
round, don't tell anybody.
It helps when you look like me. So
I just matched with a girl on Hinge today, and she said, "I bet I'm funnier than you." And it took every inch of my being to not say, "I bet you are too." I genuinely agree with you. You're probably funnier than me. It's not hard. It's really not like a skill to just be funny. It is, but but then I was just like, prove it.
Yeah.
Like I had to be a fucking asshole for no reason.
What do you say to people when you tell them you do comedy and they tell you to tell them a joke?
Tell them a joke.
Do you have like a go-to?
I tell one-liners, so I just have short jokes.
That's true.
Used to be the joke I would tell was I got the Abraham Lincoln Chia Pet, but I had to bring it back because it had a hole in it. And then they would leave.
That's funny.
Why are you doing this, Bill?
I like you so much.
Can you not hear me well?
I like you so much. No, I just wanted to see your beautiful face in the camera, but I can't.
But now anymore, I just tell them no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have it like on deck
Yeah.
because I've been doing this for too fucking long to do it for free.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, give me $10, I'll tell you a joke.
Right.
You know?
I
And they don't do that, so it's easy, honestly.
Yeah.
if they
Weed them out.
Yeah.
if they do it in person, I don't mind telling.
I know
jokes.
people who, when they get asked that question, tell them one of my jokes, which is funny.
Really?
Yeah. Because they don't have one-liners or short jokes. And they
That was-
panic.
That was pretty funny when we were at the 403 one time, and that drunk guy was just like going around bothering people,
Yeah.
and he was asking Ryan to do jokes, and he just started doing your jokes.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
Dude.
I'm a hero.
One day people will be doing my jokes all over the country. That's what I think.
In penitentiaries, because
That-
that's where you're. That's the circles you operate in, as
Yeah.
you would say.
People with like above like 110 IQ. The thing with comedy is like I have to dumb it down a little. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One smart fella,
I
one
think-
dumb fella.
Yeah, that's
equalize
why
each
I don't get what you do. Because I'm so stupid.
Yeah.
I can't see, like,
The
plane is too far away from where I can see.
In
past the horizon.
years from now in universities, they'll be studying complex themes like the pick her nose and eat it joke. That's that's real intellectual stuff.
They'd be like, "Wow, this guy like Bill Bennett was like generational defining. He invented this thing called cringe comedy."
Yeah, I like how I do like the concept of you being so smart and you're like, I need to dumb down my comedy, but you like over course corrected and now you tell like mongoloid comedy, like where it's just like, it's literally like, pussy!
I like the idea of you dumbing it down so much that it's just bad.
It's reverse humor. I don't know if you know it's a reverse punchline.
I don't know if you. Sorry, it's called anti-comedy or alt comedy. It's the alternative to comedy.
I'm not an anti-comic. I'm not an anti-comic. All my jokes have setup then punchline. I never do meta or anti.
And a lot of them you can tell that it has a punchline.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Not all of them. Some of them.
Percentage.
All of my jokes have punchlines.
2/3.
But sometimes the punchline is me. This girl was telling me like, "I love your comedy." That's how she talks. She's like, "I love your comedy," and then she was like,
Is it better that I instantly like I'm
and
judgmental of her?
my homie girl liked it, but like her homie girl didn't like it. But I'm not her homie girl, but like her girlfriend. And then she was like, "He's just blaming women for all his problems." But she's like, I told him like,
That's what she described your set as.
In your defense,
He
that
just
is
hates
kind of
women.
funny. Yeah.
I didn't believe that story up until that part.
and then she was
It's
like,
crazy.
well, and then I don't know. That night, a girl told me I'm her favorite comic.
Yeah.
So
What was you posted on your story about Michael? Like you like showed Michael's set somewhere, or did you go to Hot Waffle or something?
So I have friends like in Hawaii. She's a woman that I respect.
That's good.
She's she's dating somebody named William. And
Does she listen to this? You want to give her a shout out?
shout out Christine and Neil, Hawaiian native
So am I.
Islander.
It's deep cut.
Deep cut.
Full name. Let's
Check out Curtis Raxdale.
You're-
Mockingbird Lounge tonight when I release this.
God.
Going up from the audience
Yeah.
to do comedy. will be doing comedy as an audience member.
I'll say this for the podcast again, but yeah, like I was talking to that girl. She's like, I was like, have you ever seen a comedy show? I'd love for you to come out. And I was laying down the Mac, all right, but. And then
You were
she's
clicking
like,
and clacking. Have you ever come to a comedy show?
well, I haven't like seen real comedy. She's like, well, I saw this like one show where like people from the audience like went up to perform,
God, it's so funny.
and it was terrible.
I love that.
It's
See,
a lot
like-
like what we do.
But that feels like so accurate to what comedy is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like-
that's literally what it is.
Yeah.
Just the
bad.
part where we name names. Not just kidding.
And then
That's what it says in the encyclopedia of open mic comedy.
yeah, brought one of my Lawrence friends over there, the Leah gal, and she was like, "Yeah, you did so good at the mic. You're so funny. I love cringe comedy."
Did
And
she
then-
do that with her arms? She was
gonna
like,
say, oh,
Fucking
women.
bebopping
like
around
a
like
robot fighting off
She's a-
bees.
She's like, she was like, yeah, I'm friends with all these rock'em sock'em robot women that all just their arms only exist on a single axis.
Yeah.
Just
Dude, these women I like, they could fuck me up, and that's like the fun part. You know what I mean? There's no like
you're a cuck. Is what it is.
risk without reward. No, I mean no, they're like mean to me, and they could beat me up. I date like 6-foot volleyball players that weigh less than me slightly.
That'd probably be good. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get away from looking at girls that are 17. That's my goal.
Yeah, I would try as hard as you can.
I'm trying to date women that are like 20.
I like how you're like, oh, I'm so smart. I have 3 brains worth of IQ, and you're like, my biggest challenge right now is to stop myself from looking at underage women. It feels like something you could stop like instantly if you had
But they
that much
don't-
mental
You think
power.
one of the 3 brains would even just tell him not to say that?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like, but the thing is, it's like I also have the combined age of 3 people. So you know what
You're
I'm saying?
3 6-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a brain.
How does that factor into maturity though?
Slowly.
You know, R. Kelly.
I'm aware of him. Yeah,
Convicted felon, R. Kelly.
yeah. Real talk.
He had a small brain. He had a small brain. He had like a mental issue.
And why is that? What are you trying to say about
Small
R. Kelly?
brain and small
When he
bladder.
was born,
Like I heard that he's like mentally deficient.
Are you talking about the shape of R. Kelly's skull right now, dude?
What are you saying right now, Curtis?
I don't know. I think
What are you
you brought
talking
it up.
about?
I'm asking you.
So this girl yesterday, she was really interested in my comedy, and like I didn't pee on her, and like she's of age, and she's white.
Yeah.
It was her birthday.
Shame.
It was her
big three.
birthday.
Okay.
I call it an under 21 birthday at a bar. So we drank shots together. Okay, I'm not good at stories. I'm so sorry.
did you have anything planned for this episode, or are you just fucking goofing around talking about pussy all the time?
We're just goofing around. Oh, I have something planned. Hey guys, let's write together.
Are we?
my
Oh my
God.
god. Oh my god.
What? Oh my god, there's no pen.
Aaron has to go. Actually.
I don't have a pen.
Oh, I have the Sharpie. Hey, my favorite fruit is. What's your favorite fruit, guys?
Cantaloupe.
It's a tough one. I like fruit a lot.
Cantaloupe.
Bananas are pretty good.
Bananas are
Orange. I've had a bit of an orange renaissance recently. Like, where like I liked orange when I was younger, and then for a while there I kind of gave up, and now I've been hitting back into like heavy orange flavored things, orange soda, orange juice.
good. Or
orange-
actual fruit,
you know-
Curtis.
Yeah, I
not a
know.
Fucking
But I'm just saying in general the flavor profile of an
sugar.
orange.
You know the thing about
sugar
orange?
flavored orange.
I've never had a bad orange. Like I've had like bad apples,
Yeah.
bad
I
cantaloupe.
don't think they go
but, like,
bad. I mean, they go bad, obviously,
Like
but
they
like,
go bad, but I've never had a
They don't-
regular one that tastes bad.
Yeah,
The
they don't, like,
seedless
rot
always
like an
tastes
apple.
okay at least.
Because they're always squishy. They're always.
well, they've
squishy.
got the protective case
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
them that kind of keeps them
But don't-
Are you a
fresh
big
and
cutie
safe.
guy? Big cuties?
oh
Bella?
yeah, I like a cutie. here and
Tangerines are
there.
good.
I don't have too much citrus these days, but yeah, I like
Gotta
those.
change that. You're gonna get scurvy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been having a lot of cherries lately.
Cherries are good.
Yeah, they're supposed to help with gout.
Damn, you got gout?
You got gout,
That's hilarious.
right?
That's just hit cherries. Come on.
Yeah.
Why do you have gout? Because you just eat pork all the time?
Yeah, pork, other
Pretty
meats,
good. Hell
beer,
yeah.
cheese.
All right. Deer. Cool.
Beer.
Oh, they said deer. Yeah, the
You're a
deer will
venison
do it.
guy.
Kenny Chestnut.
Can't believe I haven't gotten gout.
Yeah.
'Cause I eat pretty good now, but Back in the day, I used to fucking rip it up.
Yeah.
You know,
This guy,
a lot of beer.
this guy's the best drunk driver I've ever met.
Pretty good. Not a good thing. One of the reasons I don't drink.
It's like,
Because eventually I'm gonna get caught.
Skill's a skill.
It's like, how do you get at it? Lots of practice,
Yeah.
lots of repetition.
Yeah. It's not good.
Yeah, you missed out. The mayor of Lawrence came to the Empire Barn Billiards show.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Then Brett Schmidt was like, "Hey, mayor, I got an idea. How about we should do a drunk driving course? Because I'd be really good at it, and I think I'd pass."
Yeah.
Yeah. Like getting like a drunk driving license.
Okay, so my sense of humor is
I like the fruit thing. I think we should keep talking about
Yeah.
fruit.
Your sense of humor is
my favorite
Bad.
fruit. I like dragon fruit, but
I never had dragon fruit. Is it good?
It's like
I've heard the taste is pretty bland.
it's like fruit. It's like watermelon. It's like the flavor same as like watermelon.
I had a Korean
Um,
melon yesterday.
The taste is like
Korean melon?
Yeah,
What's that?
it's like I think it's like a yellow melon. It looks like cantaloupe. Or I mean, it
But
kind
more
of
yellow or
it tastes like
citrusy?
cantaloupe, but it has the texture of a watermelon, kind of. It's
Okay.
kind of crispier.
Cool.
But it wasn't very good because like I don't know. We got it at this like Asian market, and I'm assuming that this one hasn't been like repeatedly breeded to be like super sweet, so the flavor was just kind of bland
Weird. I
compared
love
to
fruit.
like other
Fruit's
like
so
mass
cool.
farmed fruits.
Pineapples are phenomenal.
Good.
If you eat too much pineapple, the enzymes will rip apart your stomach lining.
nice.
Yeah, my mouth.
crazy.
Right.
Does-
That is phenomenal.
When the roof of your mouth like it starts
so
to like,
acidic.
deteriorate. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really like
Does
rough.
eating cum make your pineapple taste better?
That's Carlos's joke.
Oh, is that his thing?
Yeah, he's got one like that.
To be fair,
No, that's
I've
not
heard
the
like
same
4
thing.
pineapple come to it.
Another one.
Oh, there's more than 4.
I'm just yeah.
There's a fucking billion of them.
Yeah.
I like a good plum too. I just feel very vulnerable biting into a
I don't
plum.
know if I've ever had a plum. I've
I'm-
had
oh,
a fucking what's the other one? The plum peach, like the mix between the two.
Oh yeah.
No, not apricot. I don't remember what it's
Mangoes and guavas, very good. I love
really like
guava.
mangoes
Guava-
I never had
much.
either.
Guavas are so
called. Mangoes were really disappointing to me.
Really?
Mangoes are
Yeah,
the best.
I wasn't a big fan.
Oh, dragon
Oh,
fruit's like
why?
it tastes like watermelon, but it's the texture of a mango. There you go.
Oh, okay.
So it's good.
Fibrous. It was too fibrous when I had it. I didn't like it that much.
I've had
Flavor's
No,
fine.
no, no.
Every time I've had something like dragon fruit flavored, it's very bitter, like a pomegranate or something. I don't know.
It's never
Pomegranate. When they have the cups with just the seeds in them, the
Yeah.
actual fruit. That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
But you get a crunch of it. It's like
What
a
is it?
sunflower seed
Does
with
it?
like
Have you-
juice in it. What?
Doesn't make this fruit.
This is the fruit cast, guys.
Does the fruit
Fruit's good.
make you smell better?
It makes you feel better.
So does it really? Make,
You eat pretty well for a teenager, right?
Yeah,
You're not
I
like,
just saw
you're not
him
like
eat-
dating where you're just eating garbage all the time, right?
yeah. I wonder how he survived.
You said
Dude,
that.
I don't fucking know. It's really a
Just
shock to me.
Nicotine and Taco Bell.
He doesn't know how to cook. He can't he doesn't really he's allergic to a lot of shit. It's crazy.
I like how you said it though. We just saw him eat like we had mushu chicken, and then after he got done eating the chicken, he had like 9 pancakes. Just,
know.
It's like
Yeah.
throwing them back. And you're like, oh, you eat
Well,
good.
he's
You're-
he's a kid. He's growing.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
he's got an active whatever the fuck.
Metabolism.
Sure.
All go straight to the
You eat
porn
pretty
parts.
well.
The
If I
main
had a mom
parts.
that cooked like you did, I'd fucking eat pretty well too.
Yeah, I mean, I get free food from the restaurant, and I
Yeah.
eat my mom's food. I'm good
large.
cooking, good looking. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm so good. I feel like I'd be happy being a house husband. I feel like that's what I'm trying to promote.
It's pretty boring. Do you guys cook for yourselves?
I'm trying to learn some stuff, but I don't know a whole lot.
What do
are
you cook?
trying to learn?
I mean, like, I'm not trying that actively. I
Yeah.
I learned pasta this year.
Just like boiling pasta and water.
Yeah, just like memorizing like the right.
When you
amount of
break it down,
time.
because it does seem daunting when you first start doing it. Because you're like,
Yeah.
I don't like stoves or
Yeah.
ovens or any of that shit. But then when you do it like 2 times, you're like, this is fucking stupid easy.
That's so-
This is unbelievably easy. I can't believe what's gonna happen with the boiling water?
Yeah,
Nothing.
There's
If-
2
if
steps.
it boils over, bummer. You just fucking turn it down.
Yeah.
So I just lived alone at college for the past 2 years, so I've had to like start cooking for myself. And I've got like
Were you
decently
having your
good at it.
roommates cook for you beforehand?
No, but I lived in the dorm, so I had like a meal plan. I would eat.
Oh,
in
I
the
see what you mean. I
thing,
see
and
what
now I
you
have an apartment off campus, and I don't have any roommates, so I
Right.
just have to cook for myself. And I was getting good at it, but the problem, and I like make all sorts of like things, like same things, like pasta, like any like meat or anything, right? But the problem is this apartment is designed fucking terrible, either really good or terribly, I don't know. But the stove is like directly below the smoke alarm. It's literally like right above it. So anytime anything is even slightly steaming, I'm like, oh fuck, turn it down. So I would try to like make burgers in my place, and like a good burger has like some type of sear on it. Sure. And there was one time I came home super late and I was starving. It was like 2 a.m. I tried making a burger, and it just set off the fire alarms for my whole apartment complex. And I'm like, fuck. Because anything that even smokes a little bit, and it's like things will smoke and it's not the end of the world. Like, it's like, okay, I'm almost done. That means it's almost done, basically.
You just gotta pop those
batteries. But it's literally like, literally the distance from this mic to the ceiling is where the smoke alarm is right directly above the stovetop. And it's,
pop like you said, pop the batteries out before you cook. Yeah. And then cook those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be an issue for me because I smoke so much. So I'm always doing something.
Yeah. Make a lot of rice. You can make rice. It's really easy. Yeah. He's got a rice cooker.
Yeah.
I just bought some rice. I made fucking spaghetti in a rice cooker.
The air fryer is actually...
Air fryers are cool.
Air fryer's clutch.
Like I heard
cooking for yourself is like I said, it seems really daunting, but it's probably the best thing you can figure out. Even if you're just cooking like 2 or 3 things. It doesn't matter. You save money. Yeah. You eat a little bit better.
Yeah, it's true.
Feels good. You can meal prep shit.
I thought that, and then I just started like binge eating. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna make all the food I have.
Well, yeah, you just gotta not do that.
Yeah. You
gotta practice self.
I tried to course correct, and I'm slowly getting better.
That's what growing up is, Curtis. You have to learn how to take care of yourself in a lot of different ways.
That is the goal.
There's some issues there.
The great part about what I'm saying is that my nose is stuffed.
Yeah, let's go back to what you were saying. During
Bill doing a hakalugi right in the middle of this podcast.
Remember me, guys? I'm Bill.
I like how when I coughed, I like try to do it off the mic, and you're like dealing with your sinuses into the microphone, which is cool.
Because it's part of the human experience.
So what are your guys' comedy dreams? What do you want to do? Bill, go first.
So I want to conquer comedy. You ever play video games?
Yeah.
I want 100% it. You know what I mean? I'll do everything.
In your eyes, what does that look like? What does that look like, and who has 100%ed comedy so far?
I don't know.
I think if you ask them, they would say they have not.
I don't know. I'm being a little bit hyperbolic, but okay. Unironically, I don't really know. Be able to justify doing it solely. There you go.
You don't need to justify it. You just want, what are your goals?
Goals.
Justifying it is that you want to do it. That's all that matters.
Goals. That's crazy because I guess I don't think that far ahead.
Yeah.
I just want to do it. Be proud of what I do. Express myself. Travel, meet people. I want to be able to make positive connections with people and travel, and that's what I'm happy. I want to do that. Good. I don't really have a specific goal.
Well, that's fine. That's a goal. Those are goals. You don't know. I mean, most people, I think their thing is I just want to pay rent with it. I just want to survive and have it as a job that I enjoy doing.
I just want to know what the inside of a green room looks like.
It looks exactly like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably much worse.
It's really unimpressive and shitty. If they have one at all.
Yeah.
It's really most of what you look forward to is pretty much a letdown.
Yeah.
But it's still cool.
Well, the cool part about it is that it's not how cool it is, it's how long you've wanted to achieve that, and now that you've done it. That's
something
delusion that you invented in your head.
Exactly.
Well, the reason I said that, I don't think any comedian's ever 100%ed comedy is that all of us want more and more, no matter how good we get, and how much we get, and how good we do.
You move the goalposts. Yeah.
Constantly. You're chasing a dragon that you've never even held.
So, I mean, that's what I mean. It's which
is good, but it's also a fucking, death trap.
Yeah. There's I think it's be able to be proud of what you do, but also not base your self-esteem on that. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah. Well, that's the part of growing up too, is that not everything hinges on how well you do at this one thing.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I just traveling to different places would probably make me most happy.
Yeah.
I don't know, meeting different types of people. That's probably why I like
the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meeting different people, like, that's why I don't know. There's no like one specific goal. Obviously, there's like different places I'd like to go to, people I'd like to meet, but there's no unless I don't know. I want to keep doing it. That's my goal.
Yeah,
to keep
just
doing
continue
it.
doing
Yeah.
it. Right.
I feel like that would help people. Like, I don't have this problem where like I need to like feel, or I need to like legitimize myself because I don't feel that hard myself. But for somebody that did have those problems, traveling would probably be a good way to like get past that, because you're like, oh, I'm actually doing the thing.
Well, you don't tell people.
It feels tangible when you
Yeah.
do more than just 2 mics a week or whatever.
Yeah.
He actually reminds me of my brother a lot because he's kind of like
You crying? Oh.
Talk.
So my brother, he thinks I'm toxically masculine. He thinks I'm like
Okay.
like a asshole abuser of women. So he's like,
I don't
He's-
think
he's
that about-
seen your set.
I don't think that about you. So why did you say you remind me of my brother and then say something that doesn't apply to me?
no, because he's just like, I'm just saying
Because
that's
he
like,
has a horrible control of his mind and what he says.
That was just a transition that didn't actually
Yeah.
make any sense.
so
yeah.
like
This is the problem with
no,
having
he-
three.
You remind me
brothers.
of
They're
my
all trying to
brother.
say shit at the same time.
Yeah, he reminds me of my brother. He loves Christmas. Great,
So-
Bill.
no, he just like, he views me as like the super like outgoing manly man, like that. And I'm not saying you view me that way, but he's just not. He's just very shy. But it's like,
So you're
I would say-
saying that Curtis isn't manly.
no, I'm
That's
saying
why he reminds
he's
you of
not
your brother.
outgoing like I am.
I
It
wouldn't
was
say.
like, would you say that?
I mean, I don't know.
Not in the way that I am, just comparatively less. Is that
like annoyingly?
crazy? No, and it's just like you don't tell your friends you do comedy. I did my first set and posted it on every social media I had.
You don't tell your friends you do comedy?
No, none of them. I mean,
Why is that?
I don't know. I just don't. I was always like a recluse, anyways. Like I have friends, but I'm not the guy that's like constantly talking to people. Like I used to like play World of Warcraft all day.
Yeah.
Like I didn't.
You know what they call you? They call you the brown recluse.
That's funny.
That's pretty good.
It's the best
No,
thing you
but,
could
like,
come up with.
I don't
His mom
know.
didn't help him with.
Also, it's like I feel like at the level I'm at, I'm not like I shouldn't be telling. I mean, it's not like
I get that, but also, I don't know, it's something that like your friends might want to support.
it's not
Yeah,
like I'm
it's like
actively
support
hiding
from
it from
people.
them. But I just
Yeah.
don't talk to my friends. And like if they
It doesn't
ask me,
matter.
if they
Yeah.
asked me where I was going, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to an open mic. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm actively trying to hide it, but
Sure.
I don't talk to my best friend from before comedy. Like he knows, but I've talked to him about doing comedy even before I started doing it. So
Who's your best friend post comedy?
I'm not gonna say that on the microphone.
Fucking Bill.
No, I mean,
You gotta be
I think
Bill.
we've built up like a really good friend. I mean, that's what makes it so enjoyable. We've built a good like core of
We're doing-
young.
You guys are doing a good thing with all the young guys in this scene
We're-
because there aren't any women in it.
Yeah.
We're
Hell
raising
yeah.
That's not
Finally.
That's not our fault. They just don't come. Like there would be women, but they
That's-
just don't show up. I don't
that's
know.
what the
Sucks is
patriarchy
that,
says.
like now, there's more women in the scene than there have ever been, and there's still only like 7.
Yeah.
You know,
I
there
don't
used to be like 2, like that were bookable.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That weren't just like open mic people like here and there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
That's crazy.
Are we going to back talk about our goals and comedy?
Yeah, what's your goal, Curtis?
right now?
In general, what's your 10-year plan? If you could just throw
Well,
it
right.
together right now.
I mean, 10-year plan probably move somewhere with a bigger market.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I'm just trying to get better. Like
yeah.
I mean, I was grateful to get booked on the show last night, or be on the show, my first show. But
How do you think you did?
I thought I did really well, actually.
Yeah.
All things considered. But I'm just trying to get better right now. Like I literally had no things. Like I was just worried about my own performance. And I'm not like, well, I need to like climb and get people like me. Like that kind of came along
good.
the way. But
Yeah.
I was just trying to get better at it.
You see a lot of that, like with some people, where they're like I was telling you yesterday when we were hanging out, Bill. A lot of people putting the cart before the horse, kind of shit. Like, I want to do all the things that are comedy adjacent and not get good at comedy.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to be on TV. I want to run these shows. I want to fucking like meet all the right people and get clout and blah blah blah. It's like that's fine, I guess, but you're not a good example. Of,
Well, I
like,
think-
and you're also like probably a shitty person who's just like fucking
Yeah.
clout chasing and trying to get famous
Well, I think-
off of stand up comedy in Kansas City, which is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that happens ever. It's
ambitious.
never happened.
Yeah.
Eddie Griffin's like the only famous comedian
Well, Jeremiah
other than
Watkins,
a couple of them.
Doesn't Jeremiah Watkins
Yeah, I
starting new
guess.
stuff?
Yeah, what
Yeah.
like those fucking people who
Yeah, yeah.
latched on to like a group of
Kill Tony, yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
That's good for them, but
True.
I mean, Eddie Griffin's the only one I can think of that's like actually was famous.
Yeah.
Like Hollywood actor.
Yeah.
He's not now, but he still does comedy.
Uh-huh.
But he didn't do it here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it didn't even fucking go. He just did Stanford and Sons of the Improv.
Well, that's the kind of like I think it's because also a lot of my comedic influences or like people that I like are more like New York based. So like if I saw myself going anywhere, it'd be there. Shut
Yeah.
up, Bill. We've had this conversation multiple times, but
What are you pointing
But,
at?
like,
Stop it.
I feel like in general that scene or the people that I've looked up to, they're less concerned with like, oh, I want to be on TV, I want to have this.
Yeah.
They're like, I just want to be funny and do clubs.
Well,
and,
it's because New York especially, like I've noticed that in going there and then going to LA,
New York just feels like it's about the comedy.
stand up.
Yeah.
There's no other thing that they want to do or care about,
Yeah.
which is great. They want to write, like obviously, like that's.
Oh,
normal,
that's the
but-
thing. My goal is I want to make writing a more regular practice. Like I do it now.
Yeah.
I go on a. I tried sitting down and writing, but I write better. So when I like walk, so I go on about like an hour and a half walk a day,
Yeah.
and that's where I think of most of my stuff. But
When you can put your brain on autopilot, that's when you come up with better stuff.
yeah,
I used to write a lot when I was mowing my grandparents' farm. So it looked like it took like 5 hours to do.
yeah. So like
And I would
getting
just come up
better,
with
and
shit.
making that more habit is probably my main goal right
good.
now. But
Yeah, writing is hard, no matter what. Quit. What are you pointing at him for? Jesus Christ!
This guy,
Stop it. Say something if you
You
have
know what
something
my
to say.
opinion- Are you to bring up like the LA thing?
he's such a comedy fan. Curtis.
I mean, I would say so, yeah. But that you say that as like a condescending.
this
thing.
guy loves comedy. It's crazy. This guy
Yeah,
like
it helps.
You know what's cool about being a stand-up comedian? You don't have to like stand-up to do it. I fucking hate stand-up.
Yeah.
Most stand-up comedians suck and they're terrible and they don't deserve anything good. Most of the famous ones, like with money and shit, horrible comics. Garbage. They're just writing whatever fucking lightning they're still attached to. They suck. Kevin Hart sucks at comedy. Fucking the blue-collar comedy guys suck. They're terrible, except for Ron White.
Can I
He's
ask
fine.
the guys who you look up to then, like that are active now? Maybe not like the old guard, like you
I-
say they're holding on stuff.
They're
but-
very rare. Like Stephen Wright's not active, really.
yeah, yeah.
Dimitri Martin still does stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch Hedberg's dead, thank God. I guess Zach Galifianakis doesn't do stand up anymore.
Yeah.
Emo Phillips still does shit, which is cool. I just like the one-liner guys
Gotcha.
who just want to do comedy and they act and stuff and whatever and write. But
Gotcha. So you were like mainly one-liner.
yeah,
guys. So.
I can respect other comics like who, tell stories and do other types of jokes and stuff, but it's just not interesting to me.
Yeah.
I
What do you
guess-
think of like Anthony Jeselnik? He's like
It's fine.
but
Yeah.
darker.
I tell dark one-liners, but I don't like them that much.
I get that.
It's like I don't want to write jokes about pedophiles
Don't want to
anymore.
Well-
Fame.
I don't want to write religious jokes anymore. I've got like 10 of those that are really good.
Yeah.
I don't want to write pedophile jokes anymore. Suicide jokes,
I read a dark one-liner last night. Or that was the.
what is it?
Is it hot boy summer, hot girl summer? I thought it was hot kids locked in cars summer.
That's right.
Yeah.
I would phrase that differently.
Well, I told
That's
it
probably a
differently
good
on stage,
sign that you
No.
wouldn't phrase it how Bill phrases it.
but- yeah.
So
It's-
how
It's hot women
I'm
that
gonna be an
I put in
asshole.
my trunk summer.
No,
That's-
no, this is how I would phrase it. Like some people feel like it's like either like hot girl summer or hot boy summer. I feel like it's a hot kid in a car summer. That's how I.
You should say, as a parent, I feel that it's hot kid stuck in my car somewhere.
yeah.
Hot kid locked in my car. That's funny. I was at Des Moines on Friday doing Teehee's Comedy Club, and I did 2 shows, and each of the crowds were like, "We like darker stuff," and I was like, "All right, here's every dark joke I've ever written."
Yeah.
And they loved it, but I was like, "Fuck me, it sucks." Like I don't like. I like the jokes, I guess.
Yeah.
Still, but it is like this isn't what I wanted to do. When I first started doing comedy.
I feel like it was really weird yesterday. I went up after the guy walked like 10 people, and that was the first time like I told jokes and the audience like felt bad for me in like a long while.
No, that's not the first.
In a
time.
long while.
It's been like some months since
Clearly, I
like, I
haven't been
told a joke.
voicing my opinion enough.
It's been like some months where I've actually like told a joke and the audience has been like, "Oh,
Yeah. Pat, what do you want to do? I've never seen you at an open mic in my life. What do you want to do?
Like my goals?
Sure.
Like what you said earlier, like just paying rent. Like I just want to be able
Yeah.
to do this and just this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to have to keep working my office job.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, that's cool, but
I haven't had a day. Well, I live with my parents, so I don't have to pay rent. But I haven't had a real day job in probably a year and a half. But I also don't make any money doing comedy, so it's kind of a catch-22. And it's more like a catch negative $22 in my bank account. But I mean, I could do more. I just don't because I'm not being pressed for rent.
Yeah.
Right now, but
another thing about that comedian or comedy you were talking about, where it's like doing things peripheral to comedy, and it's also like another thing saying stuff about like like the Midwest isn't or this place isn't like a safe space for like LGBT people.
what are you talking about?
LG.
I feel like
Some
I
of
don't
those
know.
were letters.
I feel like for the Midwest or like not
Yeah.
big city, it's good. I feel like I like it.
I mean, I don't know. People always
Well,
like to say.
Are you a part of the LGBTQs? See, you can't speak for a group of people without being a part of them.
I'm like
Because you don't really know that perspective.
I'm just telling you what I feel. I mean,
I get that, but see, like a lot of people felt that Hitler did nothing wrong, and they're
no,
wrong.
I'm very.
A lot of people also thought that the Jews should have died, and they were wrong. You know?
I'm adjacent, but I don't.
You're an ally.
I'm a dad.
I would say,
I
and this
don't-
is just based off what I've heard from people who are LGBTQ in the Midwest, that most cities are good.
Okay.
But when they go on the outskirts and do like small towns or like weird suburbs, like Council Bluffs, Iowa is a suburb of Omaha, and it's not great. It sucks. It's a shithole. Not all of Council Bluffs is a generalization, but the one show I did there was terrible.
There's an Omaha in Iowa?
No, but it's on the
Nebraska
It's
border.
at the border?
it's on the border.
Oh, I
of the
see.
River, Missouri River, I think.
Okay. I'm adjacent. I don't like identifying with anything.
Where did that question even come from?
Oh, I can
You
tell
should
you
have shoehorned that.
Was
That
that
was
in
the
the
one
book?
thing you prepared. You wanted to shoehorn that in.
How do gay people feel in the Midwest? Probably not great. I mean, it's not like coastal cities are objectively better for marginalized people, but there are places in the Midwest that are good.
I am a queer, disenfranchised minority youth.
All right.
All right.
And you're killing it. So
QDMY.
Small boys. We are, Aaron. I don't know if you like look at the comedy club, but like, we're raising an army. Okay, we're raising a small boys militia. We're like taking over.
For what?
I don't know. We're doing something.
What do you mean? Like, what do you guys just like meet up
we're
at
gonna
the
have
club?
a January 6th situation at the
Have
club
you-
where we
Yeah.
take over the mic.
Like me, it was like me, Connor, Curtis,
Mm-hmm.
like Pat, right, or Max, when we're sitting at one table, and then it's like 8 other people or 10
Oh,
other people.
you're saying our group
I
is
saw you
growing.
all sitting together at Rhino the other day. I don't know if you were there, but a lot
I
of
wasn't.
people.
Oh,
he
in the
wasn't.
front
Yeah,
row.
the
We
front
got
row.
Chris
No,
in
well,
front.
that in the.
Oh, before the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tomas,
Yeah.
Keith.
I guess you were there. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
it.
We are. And then I realized there's a lot of like cute like normal comedians that are like John Mulaney. Like I don't know. I'm just not normal, so I feel bad about them. Okay.
What?
I'll stop. So like I feel
What are
like
you talking about?
We're raising.
I feel like there are people that do comedy, and I'm one of them.
you're saying we're raising a community of like young comics that support
Small boys.
each other. Can we not
We're not,
name our
we're
group
not
after your
calling
podcast?
ourselves the small boys.
They're not. That's not a thing.
we're small boys. You guys are small boys. I raised you. Yeah.
You say that
I hit the mic. Fuck.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it right now. I respect you a lot, Bill, because you did help me in the beginning. But now that now that like every time I do anything, you're like, I recorded your first set. I regret that, and that's gonna hang over me for the rest of my whatever I do with comedy. It's like, oh god, I can't get away from the fact that Bill recorded my first set, so I owe everything to him.
And
Which I bombed, by the way. So
I
that's-
taught him.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
And I taught him. I got him in the feature your pay inside joke. I taught him that.
That's fun.
No, I listened. You
Before
talked
he
about it.
featured.
No. You
on a
no.
boy
here's the
list.
thing, you talked about it on the podcast. I was supporting you by listening to the podcast, so I got the joke when it came up in
Oh,
conversation.
okay.
So I don't know
Yeah.
how that's you helping me. I was
You're
helping
not-
you by listening to your podcast.
You're not supporting me. I'm not some sort of like.
That feature your pay
idiot.
thing was just like it wasn't really a thing until they made that up. I never heard of that before.
Yeah,
they
it was
did
a
that.
bit. It was a bit.
Yeah.
It was the bit was stealing Dorian's pay.
Yeah.
which is
Dorian's so
classic.
funny.
It's really
dude. I
funny.
love
Yeah.
Dorian.
Normally, comics will just steal it and not make up a thing about it. This will be like, "Hey, he said I can have it," and then leave.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it? I feel like I don't know. What is it? I feel like instead of open micer, I really like the term audience member that does comedy.
Yeah,
That's
that
good.
is pretty good.
That's funny.
I think that's my new Instagram bio, boys. I update that
oh,
shit.
big time.
Dude, my Instagram bio, I put Chinese.
New bio.
New bio. Dude,
Flame
I'm,
emojis.
New-
fucking.
I feel like I'm pretty good with
Purple
social
devil
media.
in there a couple times.
Yeah, demon time.
Are you guys good at social media?
I don't use it, so I'm terrible. I literally my Instagram has 0 posts. I have a Twitter that I don't. I only like retweet and like things. I don't have. I don't post anything on Facebook.
You're gonna do great in comedy.
I don't have any social media really.
Better step it up, bud.
Like post clips.
No, just fucking use it at all.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
I mean,
people
fucking
say
like
that.
Facebook's dead, but post your flyers or shows if you ever get on that, so
I'll see that.
people know about it.
I'll do that when that happens.
Instagram.
I don't know.
Well, I know, yeah.
yeah. So that maybe that's why I don't use it.
Post jokes
I'm
on
not.
Twitter.
I'm not opposed to like doing that, but it just
Yeah.
hasn't. That hasn't come up.
I mean,
so.
Twitter. I hate Twitter, but I only use it as like if I write a new joke that I like, and just to see if it's worth a shit. If it gets over 10 likes, I'm like, all right, this is something.
The only thing I tweeted in the past 6 months was a couple weeks ago, and I tweeted it's a bad day to be cornbread, and that's not.
Is that on the 4th of July?
I don't know, but it was just a day that I wanted to eat some cornbread.
Yeah.
I like cornbread.
That day
So,
comes pretty
Curtis.
often for me. No.
Are you changing your like stage name?
What do you?
I've been seeing you go up as just Curtis.
No, I've said I go up as Curtis Braxton every time.
I was gonna say I've
People
never
just-
seen you go up. It's just Curtis.
I think people have
Never.
just forgot his last name.
Yeah.
Well, I
which
mean,
happens a
also
lot.
people know me on a first name basis now, so it's not like
Yeah.
they're not like reading it; they're just saying it.
I know you.
Yeah.
Alec Mertz asked me why I don't go by Junior, because I am a junior technically. But
That's what I'm saying.
I've
Stage
never-
names are
You should go by
probably the
just
worst
Junior.
things to have.
I was thinking about like going by like Curtis the Great. No, I'm just-
Yeah.
just
Should go up as Curtis the Bad.
yeah.
What's-
True.
Let's come up with stage names for everyone.
No, stadiums are stupid, dude.
No, let's do it anyway. I don't care.
I've never
Bill,
been.
what would you want your stage name to be?
It's really
Pussy
interesting.
Demon.
No. Oh, like something
Big
like
fucking idiot.
something like metaphorical.
Pussy Demon, the big idiot.
Metaphorical.
THA.
With 2 X's at the
My-
beginning,
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah. Like a pop punk
Mesmerizer.
Yeah.
band. Mesmerizer. Are
Jesus
you a
Christ.
hypnotist?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You're the sexual assault hypnotist.
You're like, look like one like really bad villain in like an early X-Men issue.
Yeah.
Mesmerizer.
What is it? Yeah. Master Mesmerizer. Mind Memorizer.
Mind memorizer.
I don't know, I've never seen anybody in entertainment been like,
You're
"Man,
never
you
gonna
got a
forget
great
this
name."
guy. 9/11.
3-brain Bill.
Dude, I'm gonna become a hypnotist on stage and bring up Pat's sister or something like that.
See, and when you ask why I regret,
Isn't it a hypnotist go on
me
the
see
comedy
that photo.
club and do that?
actually, one time there was a magician comedian at the comedy club, and he brought my sister on stage. The only time my sister ever come to see a show at the club.
What's his name?
I don't remember. Yeah, I've only seen him the one time.
Mentalist. The mentalist.
Yeah, from the CBS show.
It was something like that, and I don't know. He just started like stripping. Like he took off his shirt, and like my sister was super uncomfortable, and she was like, "I'm not coming back here." And I was like, "Yeah."
That was
sounds about right.
yeah.
I opened for a hypnotist one time, and he paid me really well, but he was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, his name is Rick Boltez. It doesn't matter if his name is said. He's a fucking nobody up in Omaha, and it's funny because like they'll open the show with jokes to like ease people in, and none of them are good at comedy, so it's just a bunch of like hack one-liners and shit, and it's just like, I hit my wife, and but I missed or some shit. Like it's not even really good. None of it's good at all. It's just like garbage. And then he's like, all right, well now who wants to come up? You know, who wants me to wave a thing in front of their face for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
And it's funny because they bring up like 15 people so that they can slowly whittle down who isn't like playing along.
They did that. Like
It's
my high
so
school did
funny.
like Project Grad, and they had a hypnotist
Yeah.
do that, and like 7 people had to go.
Yeah.
And just brought more up.
And then if it doesn't work, like each tier, if it doesn't work, he just puts his hand on their head and he's like, and he throws them off.
yeah.
It's so fucking funny.
I want to open up
Such
for
a fucking fake garbage. Like, I hate it so much.
I wanna
but he
op-
paid me so much money. It was crazy.
I want to open up for a band. Unironically, I think that would be
Do
really
it.
fun.
I just opened up for a band. Dayton and I did some weird garage show in Columbia.
You should open up for the Suicide Boys.
Dude,
Yeah.
The Island
What-
Boys.
what really irritates me? Oh, maybe I'll try to get a spot on Version Fest. It's
This is the plug.
Is this
for-
a sketch? There's no way this
festival
isn't.
Is this like Incel Con?
so it's like a e-punk rock festival.
It's called
How do you
Virgin
say that without
Fest.
even like breaking it all? You said that and just bought
I
it.
think I'll do a set at Virgin Fest. See, boys, Virgin Fest is a festival for music put on by Richard Branson of Virgin Mobile.
Now coming to the stage, Bill the Alpha. That's your stage name.
The Memorizer.
Last year they had it in Georgia, Atlanta,
Georgia.
Georgia, and it was
The Virgin.
it was on. So they said they might have it this year on September 11th. So
There's no way this isn't just a practical joke pulled on everybody showing up to Virgin Fest. It's gonna start at 4:20 in the afternoon and on September 11th, and it's
You
called
get to open
Virgin
for
Fest.
Chris D'Elia. That would be fun.
I'm going to go to it if it happens,
It's
regardless.
crazy. You and Chris D'Elia pulled the same chick. So just
Why?
crazy.
So they have a
We're
hoodie.
gonna go to it regardless if it happens.
I mean, I think it will happen.
Also, what happened to your like Europe
I'm
trip?
pretty
Didn't you say
sure
you
they're
had a
having
didn't you
Virgin.
say you
Oh,
had, like
I'm-
a ticket to Europe?
I'm pushed it back next year.
Oh, okay.
Need money.
Yeah,
But,
there you go. You're like, I'm going to Europe, and you're like, I'm like, oh, cool. I'm like, he's like, yeah, I just bought a ticket, but I don't have any money to go, but I have the ticket. Like,
Cool.
It doesn't sound like you're going to Europe. I don't know.
I'm working now and I'm getting money to go, but that will happen.
Oh, okay.
I will make it happen.
Are you gonna do shows over there or try to?
God, I hope not.
They have,
Don't do
I
Europe.
actually kind of envy those crowds because they actually can't understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Do it in non-English speaking countries.
I have a friend that
There's-
does comedy in Israel.
a lot of people speak English in Sweden. I mean, there's like English shows. I checked out. There's like English shows every once in a while for like European touring people. Like they speak English because that's yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend that does comedy in Israel, and he's and it's weird because they have two scenes. They have like the Hebrew scene and like the English scene.
Pretty fucked up, man. I got a friend that does comedy in Palestine. You better watch yourself.
Well, it's like the Hebrew scene's like way bigger, and they disrespect like they think all of like the English guys suck, and then all of a sudden the English scenes start getting way bigger.
Stand up and improv.
The English scenes started getting way bigger, so all of the Hebrew comics would come over to the English shows and start doing their jokes
Yeah.
in Google Translate.
Who'd have thunk?
In Google Translate over
The
mic.
most broadly spoken language in the entire
Exactly.
world is getting fucking
Yeah.
more attention.
What is it? Oh, two things I want to say. So what is it? People say like it irritates me. People say that I do the same material. It irritates me so much.
Who says that though?
I don't know, like everybody. This guy just said-
Comedians or audience members? I don't feel like comedians would never say that. Like, hey, you do the
Comedians say-
same stuff. You're
Really
doing it-
stupid fucking comedians will say that.
Probably.
There's been comics in this fucking scene who, for like 9 years, have never who have constantly tried to do different stuff, and then not built a scene, or not a scene, but a set
Act.
at all, and now they just have like a bunch of shitty 5-minute sets with nothing to show for it.
I had to thought
they
and
were
I
like-
felt like an idiot instantly. I'm like, I've only been doing this 6 months. So.
Why
He's
do you
like-
keep doing the same jokes?
He's like
Fuck you.
he was like
Quit
he was
coming to my
like
same fucking shows, you idiot.
he's like you cycle through the same 20 minutes.
yeah, you
No.
don't have 20 minutes.
That's what my
I do have 20 minutes.
That's what
You
my
do,
dad said
yeah,
to me
That's what I
after-
said when I was a year in.
Fuck you.
that's what my dad.
I got 20 minutes.
That's what my dad said to me last night after the show. I was asking him, I was like, "Oh, how do you think I did?" Because I've sent him some of my clips when I started first doing it, and he goes, "It's weird. You don't laugh at your own jokes now." I go, "Yeah, that's because I've heard them 40,000 times, and then they're not really that
And-
funny to me anymore."
What?
The same material that I did at Hot
If
Waffle,
you
I have
all right,
more
listen.
time.
This is something that's good to know, and that I had to learn when I was new. If you think you have 20 minutes, you have 8,
Mhm.
and that's it.
I felt
That's
that already.
and maybe 8. because in a year, most of that material is not going to be good, and you're not going to use it anymore. Like, you're going to get hopefully better material.
That's what I've noticed, even in just like the 6 months I've been doing it. Like, I'll write a joke that, like 3 months in, I'd write a joke that like I thought was like, this is the best joke I've written.
Yeah.
And then 2 months later, I
You
was
keep
like, that
one-upping
joke was
yourself.
so bad.
Yeah.
That Popeyes joke I made like a month in, and still using it.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with, like, I still use jokes I wrote 2 months in.
Yeah.
I also have tried rewriting.
Because I was a
jokes
prodigy.
Because I've had jokes where when I first started where it's
good.
like, that's a great premise, but I just fumbled with it. And
Yeah,
I
well, you
think
get better at
seriously.
writing jokes. That's
We'll see.
something I talk about too. Is that keep your old jokes forever
Yeah.
because the idea is good, but the joke's not.
Yeah.
So eventually, you can just write a better joke. What are you doing?
I don't know. You might be right, but at the level of comic that I am, like that is, I have that time for the level of material that I have now. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't. You have confidence. That's all you have.
Okay, I believe in myself.
That
I'm
is
retarded.
That's good.
I do envy that about you because you'll have like
It's good that you believe in it, but
Yeah.
like I said, everybody's gonna overestimate what they have
But
until they get to that point where they're just like, I need more.
I don't know, because I usually underestimate myself until I present things, and then I'm super confident. Does that make sense? All right. Maybe, I mean, you're probably right. I'll just say that.
Can I ask
But I also believe in myself, so. Okay, I'm sorry.
I was gonna ask one of the guests something. Is that okay, Bill? Is it okay if I take over the Small Boys podcast or something?
He's ruminating
Okay.
on his
Aaron, you said you're
fucking
moving to Chicago,
failure.
right?
Yeah.
Is there like a specific? Are you doing it for comedy, or are you just doing
Yeah.
it? Yeah, that's cool.
When's that happening?
At the end of August.
Okay.
Yeah, I go on tour for 2 weeks and a couple days, and then I get back for like a week, and then I go back on tour in the South for like 10 days ish,
Yeah,
and then I come back and do like I think I'm doing a couple shows here, and then I move.
yeah. So are you trying to like
Yeah.
make that your new? Is that like your new long term thing to stay in Chicago, or are you just doing?
No, I'll stay there probably a year. The only reason I never wanted to move to Chicago until one of my friends I found out he has a room for like $300
Oh,
a
okay.
month.
shit,
So
Yeah. Well, because I was like, you
Yeah,
seem like the
I'll
type of
have
guy to
that.
tour, so it's like most of the comedy you do is in places that aren't where you.
something I want to do though, like I'm still gonna tour in Chicago. Like,
Yeah.
To make money, but I want to be in part of a scene that's more self.
Yeah.
Like Kansas City wasn't worth a shit when
It's
I
not
was
self-sufficient.
new.
You
and
can't-
now there's like plenty of shows because people had it's feast or famine.
Mm-hmm.
But in Chicago, there's
There's an
you can
infrastructure
stay
there.
in there, for 6 months and do shows every night.
Yeah.
And be fine. You're not gonna get paid a lot, but
Yeah.
it's normal.
You're
They're just
right.
showcases.
Mhm.
And then it's a good place to tour because it's surrounded by a bunch of other big cities like Minneapolis and Detroit, and Indianapolis is a good.
So is that something you
Shit.
recommend to people that are like trying to come up here? Is to do stuff on the road, like in
You have
just in the
to.
surrounding areas like Oklahoma
You
and
have
stuff
to.
like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, look at what Dayton's done because he's only 3.5, 4 years in.
Mm-hmm.
And he's willing to lose money to go do stuff because he knows that you have to get in front of different audiences to be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you can hang out in Kansas City for years and be good in Kansas City, but that doesn't really matter
Yeah.
anywhere else
Mhm.
because nobody with money or any importance is ever going to hit you up and be like, "Oh man, I heard you crushed at Hot Waffle.
At the,
Fuck."
at the improv or something. Yeah.
You destroyed
Yeah.
patio goofs. That's unbelievable. Nobody
Yeah.
ever does that.
It is interesting to see, like, there's certainly people, I'm not going to name anybody, obviously, but, like, there's people that I think are really good, and then there's, like, even within that group, there's a
You can
divide
name
of
it
people
off
who
the
are, like,
podcast if you want.
yeah. I'm just saying, there's a
I want
divide.
to hear 'em.
I mean, I'm not even sure if I know who is who yet,
Mm-hmm.
but there's certainly, like, a distinct difference between people that are really good and then people that are really good who still have a plan, like, oh, I'm going to go here.
Yeah.
I mean, like, some people are good, but I just
A lot
see
of
them
people
do
are
stuff.
misguided, and they don't really. It's not that they're misguided; it's that they have no vision for
Yeah.
what they want to do with it, which is fine. Like we're all like a bunch of children who are trying to like stay young and
Yeah.
in high school, basically.
Well, and it's like changing, right? Too, like, there's not, the formula isn't as like set in stone as it was in the past. You had to like go to a major market, but now people have it in their head that's like, oh, like I'll do like TikTok.
You can do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, you can.
That never appealed to me though. I'm like, but like I said,
Yeah.
I come from my like comedy sensibilities come from like listening to people from New York,
Yeah.
and they're like, fuck all that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
So like you can get views and shit and get well known from TikTok and Instagram and whatever, but that's still not
yeah.
getting you any better at like being on stage or
Yeah.
being in front of people.
Well, that's
'Cause,
why
like there's so many TikTok comics who do one-nighters at comedy clubs and they just eat shit
Yeah.
for 30 minutes in front of a bunch of people
But they got
who
to sell
already
those
like
tickets.
what they're doing.
Yeah.
So they're being polite and they do a Q&A, which is not good
Yeah.
ever. It's objectively
You're not a
bad.
fan of JP Sears? I don't know.
Man.
I'm I'm not a fan of an anti-mask piece of shit. One of my friends opens for him, which is really upsetting. But,
We walked into the show because he did the Thursday, the
Uh-huh.
early show, and we walked at the end and he was doing Q&A.
Yeah.
And one of the people in there, they go,
Yeah.
in your set you talked about
it's crazy
Congress
he doesn't. He shortens QAnon. That's really hard to believe for JP Sears. Freedom.
Yeah, but he was doing
What a
Q&A,
psycho.
and one of the people in the audience said, they go, in your set you talked about people in Congress being lizard people. Is that literal or is that? And he goes, no, I actually do think
Yeah.
they're lizards, like for real.
It's crazy.
And I just see the white woman go, oh, okay,
It's crazy
interesting.
the people that believe that a lot of politicians are lizard people also don't believe in evolution.
yeah.
Rules. How fucking stupid those idiots are. Oh, you can't. Don't make me wear a mask, or I'll kill an old person. I don't fucking care. Shit, I'm a bad person. Live with it. They're horrible. I fucking hate comics. I hate comedians so much. JP fucking Sears.
What happened with me is like I went in, I'm like, wow, people are staying for the open mic.
Yeah.
We got so excited because there was a fuck ton of people there, and me and Connor were talking about that. We're like, what if we just go up and pander ironically, but they're gonna think we're for
Yeah.
real, and it's gonna be hilarious, and then all of them left. We're like, okay, I guess not. I guess I'm gonna do my other shit.
But yeah, that's the advice I give to all the new guys is just like get the fuck out of here
Yeah.
every now and then.
Yeah.
Go to Columbia on a Tuesday or a Sunday. Like they have shit.
Yeah, I really want to get out.
I've
You got a
also
car, right?
Yeah.
Go get out.
I've also noticed that like it's
Do
before
some
I started,
shitty show in Topeka. Who
Yeah.
cares? Like Topeka's horrible.
Yeah.
I think I talked about this the last time. I was on this podcast. Fucking hate Topeka. I hate Topeka as much as I hate the entire state of Texas, which is a lot.
I also didn't
Uh,
realize like when I first started that how small of a world comedy actually is. Like I thought that like I wouldn't know anybody that knows people outside of here, and then I get to see I'm like, oh, well, people know people here. And
Yeah.
it's like it's not that hard. Like it seems like a daunting task to be like, oh, I want to go do a show in Oklahoma. It's
It's
like I
like-
don't know anybody, but it's like you for sure know somebody
Yeah.
who knows somebody that
No,
works
it's like-
there.
It's like we're all in the same school district.
Yeah.
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 But it doesn't seem like
5 years
before I
ago,
got in-
dude, like nobody but me and a couple other people were getting out and
Oh, really?
doing shit. It was really
More-
pathetic.
yeah, more,
Like
more
nobody
morbid
wanted to
scene.
get out because they were comfortable and here.
Yeah.
And there's already a small ecosystem of mics and shows that they knew they could get on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was getting taken advantage of by all my shitty friends for getting on shows, and other than that, they wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then like some of them aren't my friends anymore, and lo and behold, they didn't get booked on anything for like years because I was the only one booking them.
Yeah.
You got to get out there and meet people
Mm-hmm.
who you don't have to make friends with them, but like acquaintances or whatever. Just I mean,
Yeah.
that the thing is that people don't really like hearing, I guess, is that you're basically using these people, but it's a transactional thing.
Well, so
Like
you,
it's fine.
you see all the times when people come into town here and they're like, oh, I'm coming. Can I be put on a show? It's like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, but you're also going to return the paper when I go to your show.
See, but that's sure, but also
In that
don't,
sense, it's
don't
transactional,
expect it.
Yeah, I understand.
Because that's like some antiquated shit.
Yeah.
Like you should just like if people are willing to come to your scene and see if it's good or not and have fun, fucking help them.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I mean nowadays there's more people coming through than ever, but
Danny Try.
Why do you think that is?
Yeah.
Like, for instance, my
because
last
it's in a
night-
good spot.
Yeah.
It's used to they would do like St. Louis and then go up to Des Moines and then Omaha, because Omaha and Des Moines have always had like weird kind of small scenes that are good for
Yeah.
some reason, and then they skip Kansas City, drive all the way to Denver,
Yeah.
or like do Northwest Arkansas. They basically make a circle around Kansas City
Yeah.
and not do it,
Yeah.
which pissed me off. So then I started running shit,
Mm-hmm.
and hitting people up, being like, hey, if you come through the Midwest, come here. It won't be a fucking killer, unbelievable show, but it'll be good.
Yeah.
and you'll get paid a little bit. But yeah, I think that's mostly why I said it's in the heartland, and people, now people know about it a little more than they did before. Because used to, there wasn't anything, no independent shows whatsoever. There was just Stanford and Sons and like shitty one-nighters here and there. Like Lawrence was good. Lawrence was good for a while. That was like the scene.
I feel like now that's the people think the opposite of that. Now.
Well, Lawrence died like pretty hard. They did a festival in 2016. They had a group of people called Harpoon Presents that put on like a bunch of shows there. And then after the festival, they all kind of dissipated, and some moved, some quit, some like ran out of money and just disappeared. It was crazy. It was a good festival, but it was just like it.
Oh, the festival kind of bankrupted the whole scene.
It did. It gutted the scene. So then, then that was around the time I started running stuff in Kansas City, and the indie scene just kind of started picking up slowly. But
I was thinking about submitting.
It's
my
still
last
pretty
night's
small.
set,
Do it.
Yeah, I think I was going to submit last night's set to that.
Give us
festival
your
they just
money.
announced.
Give us your money.
Will do.
Yeah, I'm on that.
What's the timing on the submission? What's like the amount?
The money?
My minute.
Oh, like 5 to 10. We're only gonna watch the first 5 minutes, but 5 to 10. If it's a good 5, I mean, then do it. I used to submit a 13-minute video from fucking Columbia, and that got me in like San Francisco Sketch Fest and all this other shit. I got 10 festivals with that one.
Damn.
And it's not a good video, but the first 5 minutes are pretty good. That's what matters.
All right.
Play the game, fellas.
I don't know. I'm just not very good at like
Comedy?
things sometimes.
Now what?
Well, you wanna come up here, Curtis?
You gonna draw a
And do
Hitler
what?
mustache on him?
Come up here.
Sign the sign.
You want me to sign the wall? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you're the guest. You're the real guest.
Am I? Okay, sweet.
I'm just kidding.
stand up too. Because
You're just the new person.
I'll trace my old signature.
You're just the new person here, Curtis.
Okay.
Is that the end of the podcast?
I guess. I mean, do you want to talk more?
Sure, I don't care.
Do you want to talk about your
We can hang out. I want to have a.
Oh,
post.
sure. We can talk about the festival.
Might as well.
It's like a post coit.
This way.
It's like a post-coital. cuddling.
Post-coital.
You're
got
good.
it,
This
bud.
is weird. You're showing your ass to the camera, Curtis. This is what I wanted. This is gonna be such a happy like.
So where's
poster
Great
this
one.
one gonna
sick.
be at?
The venues are the Bird Comedy Theater, Mockingbird Lounge,
Honorable.
Manor Records, the Rhino, and there's one more, I think. 403, I think, is doing it too. I can't remember if there's like, and then I got like there's pre-festival shows in Weston that I'm running at the shows that I run there. So like 6 or 7 places. I
And it's
think.
in
I think
October,
Knuckleheads
right?
is one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
October 13th through the 16th.
Okay.
So yeah, if you're a comic and you want to put in for it, it's $15 to apply
Oh yeah.
until the end of August, and then it goes up to 25, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Rep your stuff.
Yeah.
Did you already do it?
Do what?
Rep your advertise plug.
I just did it. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think we're talking about?
He had the
What do you
headphones
think-
off. He's lost.
Only one brain is
He got
Yeah.
Bill got scrutinized for 2 seconds about something that's very real, and now he's just disassociated completely.
Now he's holding a weapon.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Because
Seems
two,
about right.
2 out of 3 of my brains are like
Pissed.
disagreeing with one of my 3 brains.
Yeah.
So
You don't have to listen. I don't give a fuck if you listen to me at all.
No, you're
I couldn't
good.
care less.
It's just that
I just know what I'm talking about.
Hey, it's your ass if you fuck up.
I was really good at comedy when I was a year in, and I was way better 2 years in, and also had more time and better jokes than I did the first year.
I get you.
But it's not the same for everybody. So
I get it. Well, thank you so much for listening. Nobody listens this far anyway. So.
We should have said that minute 3. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Have a good one.
yeah, plug.
All right.
All right, don't plug anything.
Oh, I might do shows the next month.
Forgot you guys don't get booked.
Might do Don't Tell.
So I'm on tour, so if anybody's fucking wants to buy my merchandise, come see me. I'll be in Denver this week.
Check us out on the Kansas City open mics.
Yeah, check them out on the
We're-
circuit.
We're Kansas City. We're a Kansas City audience member that does comedy.
I have a website that I don't update. If anybody's down to clown on that, I might put some shit on there. IamAaronNaylor.com.
And then at I am Aaron Naylor on everything.
I'm Chinese, guys.
Yeah, that's his other podcast. It's him and his mom.
Chinese guys, him and Ling Ling upstairs.
Have a good one.
Bye.
All right.